final stop of the ASP World Tour brings the pros to the North Shore of Oahu to compete at the Billabong Pipe Masters in memory of Andy Irons. The first day of the 3-day event commenced in clean and perfect 4 to 6 foot waves, favoring the rights at backdoor. The first few rounds pit the World Tour surfers against pipeline specialists who qualify through the Volcom Pipe Pro at the beginning of the year. For surfers like Kaimana Hakias, this is the opportunity to shine on the big stage. The second day of competition saw the top seeds come out, including top Triple Crown contender Michelle Perez. While the first day was dominated by rights, the second saw the lefts offer up potential for high-scoring rides. But with the swell in the 4 to 6 foot range, even goofy footers like Nat Young were still keeping a close eye on backdoor. The only 10-point ride from day 2 came from a pipeline wave with Yaden Nickel managing a steep drop and long left tube for the score. While the rest of the field was fighting for points, Mick Fanning and Kelly Slater were fighting for a world title. With Mick holding the lead in the race, he would have to make it to the semifinals to clinch the title, whereas Slater needed Mick to lose before then and take the pipe win himself. On opposite sides of the draw, it would not meet head-to-head. But the back and forth battle was on, as both needed to advance 2 heats. With both surfers advancing through, the showdown carried through to the final day of competition, where the crowds came out in full force to watch the spectacle of pipeline. And with a new swell grinding down the famed reef, the top contenders were ready to give it their all. Still deep in battle for the world title, Mick Fanning had 2 important heats in front of him. A semi-final berth was needed, but tough opponents were not about to make it easy for him. In round 5, CJ Hobgood had Fanning against the ropes, but a last-minute barrel by Mick got him the score to move on. Once again, coming up against Yaden Nickel in the quarters, Mick needed to make it through to clinch his 3rd world title. Yaden put down 2 impressive rides, garnering high scores, and Mick once again struggled to find an open wave. But with minutes to go, Mick finally found the gem he needed. Although the waves seemed enough, the judges were deliberating on the score. After a few suspenseful minutes, the score was dropped. Although the title was decided, a Pipe Masters champ still needed to be crowned. And even though the world title was now out of his reach, Kelly Slater continued to impress, making crazy drops and deep barrels. On the other side of the draw, North Shore boy John John Florence looked destined to make the final, feeling right at home in the solid conditions. Facing off with the new world champ, John John made quick work of the now relaxed Mick Fanning, bringing his new school flair to the lineup. was Slater's turn, his semifinal heat total was the highest of the whole event, including a perfect 10-point ride. In the final, it was a showdown between the old guard and the new, Slater versus Florence. Although the waves slowed a bit, the two still put on a show, going blow for blow. But nearing the end of the heat, Slater delivered the knockout punch that would give him the win.